Hello everyone. I hope all of you are doing great. Back to our Python course. In the last video, we have learned what Python is, why is it one of the most popular language in the world, and why is it where it is used. Now finally, in this lecture, we will start with our Python code. This is the point where many people feel excited because they are going to write their first program. Don't worry if you have never coded before. We will in this video we will explain step by step, and in the end of the video you will be very comfortable with our Python program, simple Python programs. So in today's video we are going to learn Python syntax, understand the print functions, write one program, learn about comments, string, some escape characters, and solve some small practice together. Don't worry if some words seems unfamiliar to you. Till the last of the lecture, you will feel comfortable with them. So you should open your compiler, keep your hands on the keyboard, and come along with me. Let's begin with today's work. Now, before we write any code, let's understand something called syntax. Don't get scared by this word. It's actually very simple. Let me ask you something. Imagine someone says, going market I am. Does that sentence sounds correct? Not really, no. The words are there, but they are not in the correct order. Now compare it with I am going to the market. This sound familiar as it follows the English grammar rule. So in that way, programming language also has grammar. In programming language, we use the grammar rules called syntax. Syntax simply means the rules that tells us how to write a code program correctly. If we follow those rules, our programs run successfully. The good news is the Python has one of the simplest syntax among all the programming languages. Like in Python, we need to just write Python. If we need to print anything, we just write print in bracket, double inverted commas, then what we need to print. But where in as compared to C language. In C language, we need to write to print F, and then at the last of the line, we need to put a semicolon too. So it's a little bit complex. And as moving on to the next language like Java, those are more complex. Means those have more large programming lines. So moving on to the next slide. Now let's see a simple example. I will write a correct program. Print hello world. So as I have written print hello world, this program will follows the correct rules. It has brackets that are at correct position. It has it has inverted commas, inverted semicolons that are at perfect conditions, that are at ending and at the front position. It has print which will allow us to print. So after making it run, uh, the output screen should print hello world. So as you can see, it has printed hello world. Now let's make a small mistake. If we just remove one quotation, this will show an error message. As you can see, it says undetermined string literals. So as you can see, undetermined string literals means it is not able to detect the proper syntax. So you can say it is the so you can say it has some syntax issues. Notice something important. Python isn't saying that your idea is wrong. It's saying that the way you write it is incorrect. This means it has syntax error. It doesn't say that you are writing it doesn't say that your logic is wrong. It's saying that the way you are writing is wrong. Whenever you see a syntax error, don't panic. Almost every programmer sees syntax error every day. Even I came with many syntax error in a simple program, but after experience you will either learn to correct it, or either just fix these issues. Means you will not need to make mistakes. Think of them as the hints that help you to improve your code. Now, uh, look at some basic syntax rules in Python. The first rule in Python is that it is case sensitive. This means uppercase and lowercase letters are treated differently. For example, as you can see that I have written print hello world. As you have seen that I have written print hello world, which is correct. But if I will just change it to the P to capital P and I will run the program. See, what does it say? It says name error. So from this you can clarify that Python doesn't recognize capital P, as Python differentiate capital P and small p as two different letters. Always remember that a built-in function is written as small letters, as always built in that functions that are already available through the compile through that are already present before, like print, if, else, all are having small letters, but starting with small letters. The second rule in Python that it doesn't need any semicolon at the end of every line. Like in other in C language, we need to put semicolons at the end of the every line. Like this is the line, so we need to put a semicolon at end of every line. If you have ever seen C or C plus language, you will see that there are semicolons. But in Python, we doesn't require that. Doesn't need that. The third rule is indentation rule. Python uses spaces to organize block codes. We will understand this properly in upcoming videos. Don't worry. But this will mainly we understand in the conditional loops and conditionals, and in the loops I will explain it more properly. For today, just remember indentation that literally means leaving spaces in front of lines, a fixed amount of spaces. And finally, we can write only one statement per line. Means if we will write 2 3 print word, like print hello. Let me show you the example. See, if I will write 2 3 print in the same line, going for the print, one print, then another print hello, hello, and then another print hi. So you can see as I have written 3 prints in the same line, and after running this, it will also throw an error, as we cannot write it to same syntax in the same. We cannot write same built-in function in the same line. Simply think, we cannot write more than one time print in the same line. So we need to move to the next line whenever we need to print something new. See, this worked correctly when we have moved the print to the next line. That's the issue. We can only line one write one statement per line. This also makes your codes clean and easy to read. Following these simple rules will help you help you avoid many beginner level mistakes. Now moving on to how can you create a Python file? So now comes to the exciting part. Let's write your first Python program. Once you open your compiler, if you are using VS Code, then you need to save the file first. You need to save the file first. Like when you need to create a file, you will first name the file, like hello, or my first file, like first file dot, and in the extension you need to put py is the extension for Python. If you will not put py, then it will the main file will think it's a text, not a executable code. If you will click on even on run, the file will not run. It will be considered as comments. But if you put the .py, the file will run. You need to put this extension py to every after saving the file, then only the file will run. Now moving on to understanding how we worked with the hello world. Let's understand this line of code piece by piece. Print hello, as we have written print hello world. The word print is a built-in function in Python. So it is literally built-in function. You don't need to think much that how it's printing. It's just like you have told a word to someone like run. The person immediately thinks it like he need to run. Same like this, same like here when we click sprint in the system thinks that we have told it to show out display the output. A function is simply something that acha, you may think what is a function, then that's the that's we can say that a function is something that performs a specific particular task. In this case, it displays the information on the screen. Whenever you want to show a message, a number, or any variables, we will use print. Now we have to use round brackets. As you have seen, when we were using print hello world, we have put in these brackets. So it's a syntax, means it's important, it's grammar, it's also syntax. So it is important to put brackets, and these brackets are called parentheses in Python. Another thing we want to display is written inside the brackets. Now look at the quotation mark. Everything inside the quotation mark is treated as text. Even if we will write any numbers, it's numbers. Even though we will write any numbers in this quotation, it will considered as strings, or you will later understand what I mean. What do I mean by string? But it will directly print whatever is direct inside these quotation marks. It's like you have put it anything inside the quotation marks, and the quotation mark will directly set it to output. Finally, when we run the program, Python reads the instruction and display the text message as it is. That's all the program does. Simple, isn't it? Don't worry if these new words didn't seem familiar to you. You will hear them many times throughout this course, and you will become completely natural with them. Now moving, let's understand something more about the print function itself. Think it like now. Thinks it like print function is one of the most commonly used function in the Python. Print will be used in almost every program because you need output for every program you write. So print will automatically be used in every program. The interesting thing is the print isn't a limited word. It can also display numbers, decimal numbers, booleans means true or false. True or false are booleans. So print is a very flexible function. It can display text, numbers, decimal values. Like you can see, these are booleans, these are integers, these are text. The print can print anything. Throughout this course, whenever we want to check our programs out, as I have said, we will use the Python function. So make sure we become comfortable with the word print. Now, in moving on to the next. Now that we know that what the print function is, let's see what all we can print using it. The first and the most common thing is text. For example, print hello. As we have done print hello world, same print hello. When we run a program, the Python simply displays the word hello on the screen. Very simple. But print is not a limited text. It also print numbers. As you can see, print 20. It will show output 20. I will run the code after it. First, I will put the theory to you. The number 100 is not inside quotation mark. You can see, because if you will put inside a quotation mark, it will be considered as a string, not numbers. The interpreter will think that you have put in a string, not a number or integer. So if a thing is considered, if any statement is considered as a string, then you can't perform operations on it. Like you can't do addition and subtraction using the quotations one. We will see this further in the course, don't worry. You can also print decimal numbers, as I have said. We can also print true, false, or you can say Boolean values. So now we can literally say that we can put anything inside print and can print if it works. You cannot print literally anything, but anything inside quotation marks can be printed. Think like this. Also, there are some can defined data types. We will study it in the next lecture. Don't worry. For further, just remember, print statement is used to display. So think literally like this. Print is mainly used for displaying output. So let's try this in the coding platform. Let me open it. So first, as we have done the print hello world, no problem. Now moving on to printing numbers. So removing this, printing, let's print 20 itself. So print writing 20, then we will print some decimal number going with 50.0, or we can go for 15.5. Now moving on to the next booleans. Print true. I think I have done a mistake. It will be considered as a string. Let me remove the. We can also print false. Print. You can see that here we are not here we are using quotation marks, but in the other four we are not using quotation marks, because in this it will be considered as a string. Oh, sorry. Uh, this will be considered as a string. This will be considered as integer. This will be considered as boolean. No, float. Decimal numbers are called float in programming language. This will be considered as boolean. Same same with this one. This will be also considered as boolean. So seeing the output, you can see outputs are normally, as I have said, these are integers, booleans. You can check. If you may think that I may be wrong, let's check using the type function. Type functions lets us to see what type of data is there. You can check any type of data inside type. So as you can see, it's saying int, and as we know that int is short form of integer is int. Same with float. Float is if you will type using, if you will use type on float, the here we will see float. In if we will use on boolean, that it will show bool. So moving on to the next slide. We can also put many things inside one single print statement. Like we cannot put 2-3 print statement in single line or single statement, but we can put multiple different values in a single print value. Think as you can see on the screen, that print name Abhinav, print marks. As you can see, we are here using name, then printing the name. You can see also see that we are using the A's. Now, when we run the program, Python automatically adds a space after every comma. Like think it's name and double dots. You can say I forgot the name. Leave it. Name double dot, and then there will be a space. Then the name. Abhinav. So output looks clean without us doing the extra things. This is the only reason Python is so beginner friendly, as it automatically adds space, unlike other languages that doesn't put any space. Now you don't need to worry about the spaces of most of the time. Python handles it for you. Let's try an example. Coming back to the typing screen. First, we will do print thing. We will go with the name only. NAME and then comma, then any name. Like we will go with Avinav itself. Then moving on to the next line, we will print his age. Print age, comma, and any age. So we don't need to put these semicolons with integers, as I have earlier said to you, that if you put semicolons, that it will be considered as strings. We will see in the next episode, or you can say in the next lecture, more details about it. Moving on to, as you have said before, oh, I can put here, say double count. As I have said that first the name will be printed, but the first element will be printed, then there will be a small space, then the next element will be printed, as I have said. So I'm giving you another example, like we will change name to Python and Avinav to programming. And here we will do with uh, it is the best. Let's run and check if it's working or not. So as you can see, Python programming and it is the best is printed and not, as normally as I have said you. So it's very easy. The Python automatically puts spaces between each values. It's very easy, isn't it? Now let's make you write something. Wait, let me. So as you can see, uh, now suppose if I write print hello, print everyone, print welcome, or print Python, what do you guess the output will be? Take a guess and take a second and guess. You see these words appear in different line, as I have done in the our first slide itself, that when we will do different words on different line, the output will be executed on the different line. So this is very good in this, as we just need to print hello to get the output in the next line, using just using next line in the program itself. If you will write anything in the next line in the program, the statement will also appear in the next line in the program. So here the output becomes print hello, print here it will be printed hello welcome Python. This is also default behavior of print, as it will automatically assign end character, which makes a new line to be inserted at the end of the every letter as the print statement is being ended. So you don't need to press enter itself to get it to the next line. This is good. This is something good that we can say. and it will be this will be consistent in almost every program, as it is a built-in function and it is a built-in method. Now let's learn something very important. Whenever we write program, sometimes we want to explain our code, that what are we writing, why are we writing this. Or you can think like this: if you are working in a if IT company, if you will write the code or any program or any system, you can say, or an application, then you will write the code, and once the code is over and another person wants to refurbish or improve the code, how can he think, how can he consider that this part of the code does this section of the program? Like, think like this: if I have written print hello world, and after that I have commented that this hello world will print output hello, but the other person, if I have not commented the word hello, that this will print hello, then how the other person will know that this will print a hello? Think like this. It just literally help the other person to consider what are we using, or even ourselves, that what are the functions that are we using. This will be more important in the later on when you become more prone to programming, intermediate level programming, you can say. Then you will be using more comments, as print hello world is quite much easy, you can say. And now think it also, think it also like, if we will put hashtag in the front of any statement, then it will be considered as print. As I have seen you in the previous program, that where we were using hashtags to show int, strings, booleans. There you have seen that I have uses hashtag. That hashtags is mainly used to put comment in any program, and comment will not appear on the output screen. It only remains in the program itself, in the code, source code itself. So whenever we are writing any large program, this method of writing comments is a very nice thing, as it makes our code much easier to understand and read. Now there are mainly two types of comments you will see. There is a one called single line comment, and there is one called multi-line comments. So single line comments start with a hashtag, you can say hash, and the multi-line comments are using the triple inverted commas. Let me show you with an example. So as you can see, we are back to the program. I will go with first single line comment. So single line comment hashtag we are learning Python. Uh, Now moving on to multi-line comment. So for multi-line comment, we need to use triple inverted commas. So if starting with triple inverted commas and ending with triple inverted commas, so we will write it is easy. Next line, we are enjoying learning Python. And also, when we need to end this, we will use triple inverted commas. And when we will put on run, you can see this will not be printed. These are not printed, and these are comments. Comments are only for the input side. No. Comments are only for the sides the programmer can see, and outputs are for the any person. Like we mainly see outputs on our screen as a client, as a user, and programmers can see the comments. Now moving on to Technically this is a so this is technically a multi-line string, as we can see. If we want to document any something important, like in the beginning of the file, at this stage we don't need to use worry about this too much. But for beginners, I recommend using single line comments as with the hash symbol. Later when we study functions and object oriented programming, we will understand triple. As we have seen that hashtags are being used for single line comments, and inverted quotations are being used for multi-line comments, or you can say when we will put starting of the in quotation, triple time quotation, and then we will write anything multiple lines, even 100 lines, then we will end the quotations using three quotations. That all will be considered as comments. So basically we will use these much large comments when we are explaining any functions in later version. We will see or any program to a person that is unknown to the program. Now moving on to the let's talk about something about strings, as we have already seen in several times in this video. But what exactly is string? As we have, I have considered many times strings. So what is literally the word is mean string? So string is simply meaning text. Whenever we write anything inside quotation marks, like Python, hello Python. So Python will be considered as a string. Anything inside the quotation mark, it will be considered as a string. Even if you will write a hello world, hello, or anything inside, simply thing in anything inside quotation is considered as a string. Even a single letter, single alphabetical character, even a will be considered as a string. So whenever we see any words, name, sentence, or any text inside quotes, it will be considered as strings. Just remember it. Now we can I also want to show you something. Let me open the coding platform for you. Removing this, we can also remove this control on. Now moving on to this, we can use this even single inverted commas. First we have used double inverted commas. For this one we will use single inverted commas. For this, we will use triple inverted commas. So as you can see, Python considered everything as strings. Even if we will use double inverted commas, single inverted commas, or triple inverted commas, these all will be considered as strings. Quotation marks will be considered as strings inside anything. Quotation marks, it will be considered as strings. Now let's learn something about quotation marks. You might have noticed that sometimes I use double quotation marks, sometimes means one time I use single quotation marks, one time I use double quotation mark, and one time I use triple quotation mark. So which one is, you may think which one is correct. So all of these are correct. Python allows us to use either single string, double strings, or even triple quotation marks for strings. So when we will run programs, the output is exactly the same, no problem with the output. So whenever we use single quotes or double quotes, both are considered as same and both are used for strings. Personally, I prefer double quotes because they are commonly used in Python, but you are free to use any of them, either the single quote or the double quote. And the important thing about it is to be consistent. Like if we are using single quote, then we will need to use single quote for the whole of the entire program. Or if we are using double quotes, then we need to use the double quote for the entire program. We must it used it to the end, as I have said. Now you may think, if we have both single and double quotation word, then why do we need two options? Even why not one option will be great for us. So suppose I will show you example with you with a sentence. Moving on to the sentence, let me open the compiler for you. And erasing everything. Let's write print I am Python. And now if I want to write this I am in this way, oh no, I am in this way. So here we need to learn Python for the single quotation and a double quotation. So if we will use here single quotation, then the compiler will think that we only want to print this much. So we use double quotation for the full sentence and single quotation for the internal of the sentence. Similarly, if we do the opposite, it also be considered the same. Let me show you with the example. Let me change, as I said, see, it will also considered as an error. We can change it to this and we can change it to this or this. And as you can see that both are considered correct, but this is as we know, according to English grammar, this one is more correct. But if we will use the inverse, like if you are using double inverted commas, then we can insert a single inverted comma in the sentence. And if we are using single inverted commas outside, then we can insert double inverted commas in the sentence. Isn't it interesting? Don't get confused. It's very simple. Now clearly understand that the single quotes are outside and the single quotes are inside and the double quotes are the outside. Would you like to give wait, should I give you an example, another example? I will go with anything. Print just the single quotes and let's print it. You can see the single quotes will be printed. So just think it like this. Anything inside double quotes will be considered as a string. Even it's these will be considered as symbols. Same with the inverse of it, means double quotes is inside and single quote is outside. It will also be considered as a string. Now moving on, let's change the slide. These are escape characters. So you may think, what are escape characters? First, let's talk about some. It may sound difficult to you, but these are actually very simple. Sometimes we need a special formatting inside our output. Maybe we want to move any text to the next line instead of the same line using one single print statement. Maybe we want to print the quotation marks itself. Don't think it like this. We want to print quotation marks using double quotation marks using double quotation marks, printing double quotation marks, using double quotation marks, not using single quotation marks. We need escape characters during that. So let me show you with an example that how are we going to use as you can see on the screen that we are using slash and for next line, slash tab for spaces, four times spaces, or you can say tab is mainly four times spaces. Then we also use slash for printing double inverted comma and double inverted quotation, as I have said, and also uses the slash to print the slash itself. Let me show you with the coding. Opening the coding, removing it all. Now printing print hello slash and going with the wall and printing it. You can you can see doesn't get printed. Let me see why. Oh, it's my mistake. It's a backslash, not a front slash, backslash. No, it has worked. It was my fault. Don't worry. Now moving on to the next one. Printing the tab. So print hello backslash t world. As you can see, four spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, as I said earlier. Moving on to the another printing quotation marks itself. So going with the print slash quotation mark. No, this one, not this one. The inverted quotation marks. Hello. Again quotation marks, slash quotation marks, and then again ending the quotation mark. It is showing error because I have used slash instead of backslash. Let me correct it for you. So after correcting it, you can see the inverted commas are being printed. Inverted quotation marks are being printed. Similarly, same works with the slash also. Let me show you the slash itself. Print. You may think that slash may be printed. Let me show you the slash itself. It will not be printed. See, it is not being printed. It is through an error. But if you will use another slash in front of the slash, backslash, then it will print the backslash itself. As now moving on to the next page. No, before moving to the next page, let me quickly revise you what we have learned in this previous means. Let me open the slide itself. What we have learned in this slide. So, in this slides, we have learned that Python supports both single quotes and double quotes. We learned when to use each one. We also learned about triple quotes and when they are useful. We also learned about escape characters like slash n, slash t, even slash, and in quotes. Now let's move to the next part. If you have seen languages like C or C++, have you noticed that almost every line ends with semicolons? For example, in C, if you will print hello world, you need to write print F hello world. This is, you can see here, print F and hello world will be inverted with semicolons. In both languages, like C, C++, we need to put semicolons to make the compiler know that the sentence is that the statement is being ended. But in Python, we don't need to worry about it. As Python, or after clicking enter, the Python automatically considered that line has been ended, and the statement has ended. So Python is much easier and a cleaner thing to read. You also might be wondering, can I still write semicolons in Python even if it is of no use? So Python allows semicolons. You can write semicolon even if there is no need of it. It's just for beginner. It is more beginner friendly, so it allows semicolons also. It doesn't allow. It doesn't need to put semicolon also. It's your choice. But according to most preferred developers, the semicolons are thought unnecessary in Python, as it may maybe too hectic to put semicolons after every statement. Now let's learn about intendency that we have talked about earlier in this lecture. So intendencer is we are going to introduce it today. Don't worry about much. So we will study it properly in next coming videos. Intendencer simply means leaving spaces at the beginning of a line. For example, if we will start step 1, step 2 and finish, so see how step 1 and step 2 are slightly above, move toward the right. That's intendency. Most programming languages use curly brackets to group code, but in Python we don't have curly brackets, so we use intendency, means leaving spaces. This make Python code look more neat and easy to read. This is the only issue. I also think that we need to put intention everywhere to make it look good, but it's also a nice practice to do. Right now we don't need any intention because our program doesn't have one or two lines, so we don't need any intention. But later when we will learn topics like if statements, loops, functions, intention will become a very important topic. So for now just remember one thing: intention is not just decoration. In Python it has a meaning. We will learn about it properly in future. Now let's look at some of the common beginner friendly mistake. Moving trust me, if you don't make these mistakes, you are good for the programming starting. So many beginners have forgot to put quotation marks. You can see there are no quotation marks in this. So many beginners forget to put quotation marks in the sentences. They also forgot to put parentheses, or you can say brackets. The another very common mistake I have seen, that they use one side they use single inverted bracket and other side they use double inverted bracket. That's a completely mismatch of the quotation mark. So it may not it also cause syntax error. Mixing them causes the error, as you can also think of it. Most beginner errors because of these small typing mistakes. Now let's me give you a small task. You need to print these two. Print hello world in your screen console, and then you need to print your name, your age, and your college, school, or anything. Just one more statement. Um, so first try yourself printing these three. No, first let me give you the example of it. Then we will give you a question to try for yourself. So starting with print hello world. Done. Oh no. Done. We will run it. The hello world is printed. Now we will print name. Then we will print is or any number. Just think of it as numbers. Don't think just it as is. I will consider it as hypothetical number 26. Then we will print college or school. I will consider a location name. So I will print, and as it is a text, so we need to put it in a string. Now printing all three. As you can see, I have done with all three. Now let me give you a small task to do it by yourself. You need to print hello world, and then you need to print Python. Next line programming. Next line is. Next line good. So start by yourself. I will wait. Are you done? So I think you have done. Let me show you the code for it. So as hello world I have already done. Python, I will change it to Python. It to programming. Oh, spelling mistake. Is good. So as you can see how the code will work. Now moving on to the next slide. You need to this time you need to print you need to use a escape character /n for the print programming, and you need to use multiple elements in a single line, as I have shown you earlier in the main slide. Now let me wait for you for 1 2 minutes. Now I consider you have already done it and you have got the answer. Now moving on to the another question. You need to this time I will not show the example. You need to try it by yourself and you need to get out this output on your screen. First line you need to print welcome. Second line you need to print do. Third line you need to print Python. And before all these, you also need to print a asterisk line at the starting and at the end. So I expect you all to complete it and post the syntax, or you can say code, to the comments so I can verify it as you have considered it wrong or right. Now moving on, as we have completed our course for this, let me quickly revise you the whole today's concept. Let me So today we have done Python syntax is and why are we following Python syntax? Why following Python syntax is important. We also wrote our first program, Python program, and understood every part of print test using print statement. We also learned how to print text, numbers, multiple values. We also understand what are comments, how are it very useful. We also explored strings and different types of quotations and escape characters like /n/t quotation marks and black. All are those are all called black slashes, sorry, backslash. We also learned why Python doesn't require semicolons and got a basic introduction to indentation. Indentation means those fixed spaces. Finally, we solved some practice question together. If you have understand everything, congratulations, you have written your first Python programs. If you also have some parts still feeling confusing, don't worry at all. Programming take time. It's all about practice. The more you write the code, the easier it becomes. So before watching the next lecture, I want you to practice today's example at least 2 or 3 times on your own with different things. Uh, don't just watch the program. Don't just watch our video. Just try to program it by yourself. The main learning lies there. That's all for this lecture. Now in the next lecture, we will learn about variables and data types. So make sure you join our next lecture. Thank you for watching this lecture. Take care. Keep practicing. I will see you in the next lecture. That's all. Thank you.